Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about the Zaan set. There is actually a way on how to increase the duration of the proc. I will explain in a second why this is important. This is mostly relevant for PvP builds because it requires you to wear a heavy armor set which is called Elfbane. As you can see, Zaan, we basically have a 20% chance to proc it through light or heavy attacks. Once procced, the beam deals 4.8k flame damage every 1 second to your enemy for 7 seconds with the Elfbane set. When I unequip this, it goes down to 5 seconds. Now, why is this so important? As you can see, every second this damage increases by 50%. So each damage tick gets stronger and stronger. That's why this can boost the damage from Zaan by quite a bit. I will showcase that on a target dummy in a second. Elfbane. Now I'm currently gearing up this character, so I still have a lot of blue gear. I'm just trying to do a few cool things. Anyway, it is a heavy armor set. As you can see, it has actually pretty nice stats. Magicka, spell damage, then increases the duration of your flame damage abilities by 2 seconds. Zenimax confirmed that this is working as intended. Elfbane should actually buff Zaan. Next thing, if we look at the champion points or just in general what actually buffs Zaan, so it doesn't matter how much spell damage you have, like spell damage is not increasing stats of monster sets in general. Quickly showcase you that I have 4.747k. I use a potion. Now my spell damage went up and the damage is the same. However, you can increase the Zaan proc through Elemental Expert, for example, penetration in general, spell penetration, and also Thaumaturge because it is a damage over time effect. On top of that, if you have, for example, a destruction stuff, ancient, Ancient Knowledge, flame stuff increases your damage done with single target abilities by 8 seconds. Zaan is a single target set, so it also gets buffed by that. Or by dual wield swords. When we use the twin blade, each sword increases your damage done by 2.5%. Those are all ways to actually increase the damage. Now Elfbane, like it says, increases duration of your flame damage abilities by 2 seconds. So for example, when we look at Vampire's Bane, if I don't use Elfbane, this takes 11.7 seconds. If I remember correctly, Vampire's Bane procs every 1 second, so you get 11 ticks, I guess. I don't know what happens with the 0.7 seconds, but I don't think that actually counts. When we look at it, when we equip Elfbane, it actually goes up to 14.3 seconds. So we gain 14 ticks from Vampire's Bane because it ticks every 1 second. Those are just a few other things. Obviously, Magicka Dragon Knight has a lot of fire abilities, so he also buffs, like Elfbane buffs a lot of the sets. In the end, you need to decide whether it's worth it or not to actually buff those duration, like the duration of Zaan or fire abilities. I'm currently trying to set up a Magicka Templar which kind of evolves around Zaan, Vampire's Bane and Purifying Light damage. In general, Magicka Templars in PvP have a lot of damage over time effects already. And I do think Zaan actually can hit quite freaking hard, as people probably already have noticed in PvP. Let's quickly test. Now I'm not running Elfbane, so we have only a 5 seconds duration. As you can see, it also can proc the burning status effect, which is another small damage over time effect. I do have a full list on status effects on my website if you want to go check it out in the endgame articles. So let's Check combat metrics now. The highest tick was 10.5k, basically. Now let's equip Elfbane. So we have the 7 seconds duration. The set has a fairly long downtime, 18 seconds. But if you actually wear Elfbane, the downtime or the cooldown is kind of getting shortened because it's longer up, obviously. As you might have seen, I think the highest tick was 13.2k now. So without Elfbane 10.5k, with Elfbane 13.2k. That's a 2.5k damage increase. It doesn't necessarily sound like a lot, but keep in mind, it's like you get, instead of 5 ticks, you get 7 ticks. And it's just so much extra damage that you can dish out. And obviously, if you have other damage over time effects, for example, like Vampire's Bane or just other things, Sweep as well, it just adds up. That's why this combo might be quite strong. As you can see, Elfbane actually really increases the duration of Zaan, and we also get higher damage ticks because the duration is longer. So there is a few really good points with this set. I really like it. I will definitely play around more with it. I think that's it. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below. Make sure to not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Cheers.